Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of Friday Night RODDCAR here for Season 34, Race 4 of 15 in Season 34 here at the Talladega Super Speedway. As always, here with my co-commentator Art in the booth. How we doing?
I'm real excited. We're going back to Talladega, and this time only 75 laps, short little 200 miles.
Yeah. Sprint race compared to last week's RODDCAR 500. Thrilling finish in which Michael Cozy Jr. took home his 38th career win, his second RODDCAR 500 title by 4/1000ths of a second over Christopher Hill. But tonight we're at Talladega in the next-gen chassis, so entirely different. Racing will be a little bit different as well, so glad we get to see the variety back. One lap of qualifying, we're back to regularly scheduled programming, 75 laps. Fuel capacity 55% for an estimated fuel run of 20 to 25 laps. 3 green-white checkers, and 1 fast repair if need be for these drivers. Let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action. Qualifying is underway. On board with the man that won the LCQ just a little bit ago, Oscar Enriquez, on his get up to speed lap. Art Reimer finished second, but he got into the back of a 22 machine of Wesley Parker, so he did not transfer, was bumped down from second. Zachary Milano finished third, did not accept his invite, so that spot went to Charles Wembley. Harley Payne, Philip Brigman, Thomas Miller, and Ryan Doucette, the other transfers from the LCQ. Let's see who's going to be the first to put a time on the board. Looks like Mo Perry, maybe? That'll be our first benchmark, 2 minutes 50 seconds, and he'll go right to the top of the board, 53 flat. Bobby Zielinski next to set a time, 53.06. We'll just keep hopping around here. Michael Cozy Jr. into third, solid lap for Mo Perry. Let's go on board with the man that won the LCQ. No movement on that steering wheel, and he'll dive it off into turn number 3. Let the banking do all of the work. Still a 53.004, the time to beat. Joe Swanson goes fourth. AJ Green into second. 2 minutes remaining. Ryan Doucette, first man to the 52s, takes provisional pole away. 19/100ths of a second underneath the apron, legal in qualifying, not in the race for Oscar Enriquez to the line. Riley goes fifth. Enriquez jumps up right in front of him. Time's coming in hot and heavy now. Jacob Roth, and a whole host of others. And Clavitt, Rod Flag. Rod just starting out on his lap. Dylan Kemp, Corey Henry, Harry Tiller, Kevin Spencer, Charles Wembley also out on laps. The 40 machine, the last man into the field. We'll see what he does with it. We're done with Speed Week. Dylan Dreiling upside down. Into the meat and potatoes of the schedule. It's an impressive feat. To the line underneath the apron, completely legal. Ryan Doucette, still the time to beat, 52.98. Frisch goes 8th quickest. Dylan Kemp 15th. Rod Flag, always quick in qualifying trim. Underneath the apron, that's the standard move. Charles Wembley goes 10th, not a bad effort. And the number 10 machine, only P8, surprisingly. Final times coming in, it'll be Scott Warren. Corey Henry, I don't think will have time to finish the paint scheme for the 76 machine. Scott Warren to the line. The 7, only man still out on track, Corey Henry, and he will not have time to complete his lap. That'll be it. Ryan Doucette on pole here tonight at Talladega. Transferred in from the LCQ and made no doubt about it, won the pole. Only man in the 52-second bracket, so heck of a lap from Ryan Doucette.
Doucette being a guy having come through the LCQ is wild.
He's been in there for at least 2 seasons now. This will be his 33rd career start. 6 top 10s, and he is literally always at the front. We mentioned it time and time and time again. He just has some of the worst luck. We'll have a 35 car field. We're trimming it down from 43 back to, again, regularly scheduled programming. Normal rod car rules in effect, or non-crown jewel.
I also realized that my pick to win is not here.
You had a couple opt-outs tonight, regular occurrences throughout the season here and there. But Nathan Barrows and Tucker Binter not able to make it tonight, requesting a provisional to get into tonight's field. It was Travis Brown, Garrett Delph, Matthew Zwack, Drew Jawa. They were able to get into this field. What an epic grid. I mean, this is just the wackiest grid camera angle. I was like, oh, surely it'll just skip past the pace car. Not quite. How many career starts does Dean Clavitt have? I'm pretty sure we have that stat. We got him for most everybody. He's down in 31st. Dean Clavitt, tonight will be his 139th career start. I'm thinking of switching it to season stats. Like, you just, all right, you got, you know.
Well, but we go through a season so fast.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's up to you.
I don't know. You can go either or. 139 career starts, 2 wins, 38 top 10s. Paint schemes won't be exact. We're back to the next gen, so some of these guys have not sent in an updated number file, so it's as close as it can be, or at least use last season. Whether they change, it's up to them. You guys got entirely new numbers, racing in the Coke Series like a lot of these guys are. Got new teams, new number obligations, so.
And they're just the guys trying to be annoying, making new numbers.
Or in AJ Green's case, he asked earlier, can I switch numbers? Like, if I'm in a different car, is that a bad thing? I'm like, I'd be disappointed. He's stuck in the 487. The numbers, I mean, you might as well just pick a different number at that point. Not even remotely similar. Obviously, I did not have that 487 on file. Believe me, I looked. No, I mean, I technically could have some stats. I could have dual stats somewhere, but I'd have to figure out how to clean it up.
We'd have to actually get good at our job.
True. Picks to win, Art. Winner in turn number 3 here.
Well, my pick to win, coming in, I was just going to pick,
just pick to win opted out.
Yeah, I was going to pick Tucker Minter. Like, it was like, it's Talladega.
Yes.
What is this?
Yeah, seriously. Somebody else is going to have to win.
I'm going to take the man who raced his way in. Give me Charles Wembley.
All right.
A 40 machine.
This is his 3rd career start tonight. Go ahead and give me Bobby Zielinski in the new look 83. I think he picks up his 5th career win here tonight. Let's make sure our audio's good here. All right, close enough. We'll see. It'll be loud once they get up to speed. Pace cars off. Ryan Doucette will lead us down here. 75 laps, a sprint race in comparison to last week. So we expect to see some pretty good moves. Talladega will give him the space to do it through the Geico restart zone. And we're underway here at Talladega.
Oh, they are already just shoving each other. There's a car below the apron back there. I believe that was DK.
No surprise whatsoever. I picked to win, already making it 3 wide inside the top 10. Zielinski and Frisch. Don't know if they'll have the momentum to keep up just yet. But they've made their move and they're sticking with it.
So that air of calmness we had to start last week, 50 laps green, I don't think we're getting it this time around.
You got a little. Look at that big move from Kevin Spencer slotting down in there third on the inside. We're 3x3x3. Third row on back. I think that was Kevin Spencer in the wall. Or no, not. Someone else had his old paint scheme. My apologies. It's on all black cars.
Oh, they're turning.
We didn't even make it to the first lap. AJ Green in front of the field. Kevin Spencer, Dreiling, and others. 50 laps green last week. They made it about 9/10 of a lap. Around they went, right at the front.
I mean, this is just...
Fuck this up. You'll see right here, Kevin Spencer. Very aggressive move. And it's going to turn AJ Green in front of the field. Big move there from Harry Tillert to avoid that. Dylan Dreiling.
I mean, he just forces himself, like, blow him, I get it. He's up off the line. You want to get up under there, but then you just come back up on track and get him. Like,
yeah, that was rough. I mean, that's a move you're making with 1 to go, not on lap 1. But he stuck it up under there. He said, I am here. Turns him around. Big move from Harry Tiller to miss it. Dreiling right up in front of him. Cars scatter. Slamming on the brakes. It could have been worse. Dylan Kem getting a piece there. Charles Wimbley around. The car way down to the inside. I think it was Hunter East. And obviously, Kevin Spencer having to lock it up after causing that kerfuffle in front of the entire field. We'll go on board here with Mr. AJ Green. Second place and turn in front of the field. Not a bad place to be. On board with Dylan Dreiling. I think that was Thomas Miller that got a big piece there as well. Let's see, on board. Right behind Dreiling. Actually, it looked worse than what it was. Parker White to 53 now? He's listed as a 95 officially. Let me see. Rod give us a 53 number file this week? I think he did. Yeah, we do have that. So let's go ahead and make that slot. I guess Parker White's in the 53. Make it on the fly.
We'll do it live.
A fairly simple change. Caution gives us time to do it. And there you go. Parker White should be the 53 now. And when it updates.
I can't believe we didn't make a lap.
They tried so hard. The caution came out right before. Ryan Doucette, DJ Smith could have stayed on the racetrack. Everybody should be okay. A couple licks in there, but nothing too extreme, so everyone should be able to continue without having to burn a fast repair or go a lap down. Back out the front, your pole sitter, obviously. Didn't elect the pits. He'll still be your race leader. Biggest mover and all that, Harley Payne, plus 22. We'll try and we'll complete a lap next time by. Luckily, I do not have to scamper on down to Daytona after this race. So every caution will not kill a piece of me inside, so.
I mean, it still kind of does.
It's Talladega too, longer pace laps. Let's be gentle here, fellas. Now the top two will come in and pit. Give the lead up to Tyler Gary. Bonus points for leading a lap. Bonus point for leading the most laps. And go ahead and show you the championship standings quickly. Leaving Speed Weeks, Tyler Gary set the Merchant. Michael Cozy Jr., your RODDCAR 500 winner, down in 9th. The top 15 get to compete, and that'd be Nathan Barrows, 1 point over Adam Garza. Art Reimer did not make tonight's show. Still under the season 33 points for the first 5 races. Philip Brigman. Very respectable showing throughout Speed Weeks. He raced his way in through the LCQ, so he's going for broke, trying to get himself locked in. Once we switch to this season's points. Went on down further back. You can see who didn't fare as well throughout the duel in the RODDCAR 500. Tucker Minner opted out, and in 25th. Guys with some work to do. Mendez, Kevin Spencer, Scott Warren only showed up for the 500, did not make a duel. So on and so forth. There's DK down in 45th, so on and so forth. And a lot of these guys, there will be either part-time as we get further back. In the case of Parker White, going to have to fight back from 53rd for the newly numbered 53. So that could be a sign of things to come. Those are your championship standings, all the way down to Andrew Cootie on 1 point. 64 drivers showed up for Daytona Speed Weeks among the two duels, time trials, and the RODDCAR 500 itself. So appreciate everyone coming out, and a lot more great racing left this season to get to. First, we got to do a lap here, though. Tyler Geary, Scott Warren, your front row. 36 laying back just a bit here through the Geico restart zone. We're back underway. Big jump for that 26. Harry Tiller did not get a great start with him. See the big gap here on board. Scott Warren has a chance to slide down in front if he wants it. Allegary will go up. They scatter already.
Already back to 3 wide.
Did not take long. Got some new paint scheme. I think that's, yeah, it's Zwack in the new look 18 this season. Jacob Roth in the new look 12. Parker White there in that 53. Longingham in their new look 39. Cozy in the iconic 99, however. Ever present. 26, same paint scheme for him. At least in the next gen, and they are scooting away with the 2-car tandem. Got 3/10 on third place, Scott Warren.
Hey, look at that improvement. Already made it a lap. How about 2?
And we double it. Here comes Scott Warren, Drew Joie. 2-car tandem chasing down another 2-car tandem, and Warren with the run. Drew Joie not going to go with him, but they'll cut him a break and let him get back in line. Yeah, I don't know that we saw that much 2-car tandeming, if at all, last week in the 500, because a lot of that first run was single file. We were getting through pit stops. Field got pretty broken up.
We didn't see the 4 cars. Just going over 2.
3 wide there, Garrett Delph, no help. Big move from Scott Warren. Got Cozy in tow. That's another tandem. We got Falkingham and Drew Joie, 39 and 38. You can already tell just how different this tandem is in the next-gen chassis. It's important to have somebody tucked up tight behind you. Gary going to drop back to Zwack. The run's ginormous in the next-gen. Closing rate, deadly. But they've managed it way better on this run. There's a big move from Joe Swanson in the 71. He has the momentum. He's going to be able to draft up to the back of the 76. But then gets stunted. Oh, there's Jaden Carter up the track into Tyler Gary, into Doucette. That's your pole sitter coming back up the track. And they're not done wrecking yet. Got the Merchant sliding through pit road, slightest contact with the inside wall.
Watching Rod take out the car with a Rod car on top of it.
Right here, Parker White on the low line. You're going to see happen right in front of him. Just a big checkup. Parker White through the grass. He's going to be able to save it. Cannot say the same for everybody back here. And you'll actually see it here. Look at this huge... There was no inside line. It was Jaden Carter somewhat leading it. Then you got Scott Warren and Joe Swanson. They got a huge run. You'll just see a massive checkup effect. Gary, Doucette, Harley Payne, Jaden Carter, Brigman.
A product of just slam drafting.
I mean, they were so far back. Mo Perry giving a great push to this 7. And it just, yeah, there's nowhere for Jaden Carter to go in this situation. He's being pushed. He's already unsquirrely. Then gets finished off by Mo Perry. There's Tyler Gary, Zwack, Frisch, Doucette, Parker White. Travis Brown sneaks through. James Mendez, nowhere to go. And it is off from there. Doucette back up the track, overcorrects into Harley Payne. Slight contact there for DeMerchant. And then Brigman and Rod flag away at the back. You're just trying to get out of the way, but you're in this grass and you're just bouncing through it on ice. And it's a RODDCAR on RODDCAR crime there. The pick to win, though, I think makes it through.
My pick to win's gonna win it all.
We'll hang out in the back.
Be smart. No strategy.
That's that IQ you get after 3 RODDCAR races. You're like, I'm not going up there. Looks like Harry Tiller and Oscar Enriquez stayed out. 13.5 minutes of optional for Mr. James Mendez. Well, that's just not going to work, is it? Take a look. On board with the 92 machine. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Not quite. That's a right front killed, left front killed. Whole front of the car is junk. So, biggest loser there, Mr. Mendez. Really not even his fault whatsoever. Just nowhere to go. Byproduct of super speedway racing. Looks like the top 2 will come in this time. DJ Smith also stayed out. He put it on the first caution as well, but he's coming back in. Just kidding. So Oscar Enriquez is going to stay out. Lead a lap. The stats didn't update properly, but there you can see 33rd in total points for 2024, so not a half bad effort. Puts him roughly middle of the pack with how many drivers showed up throughout all of 2024. I'm curious, are you getting this optional fix then, Mendez? You said optional, but you're still there, now you're lapped down.
I mean, it's still early, and we've proven we can't really get a green flag run going.
Now, hear it out. We're going 65 laps to the end. They got 50 laps in there somewhere.
I feel like you could offer every driver in the field $20, and we still wouldn't get that.
All right, offering the drivers $200 at Art's money. Go green the rest of the way.
Goodbye.
So with all this, it looks like yeah, a couple other guys on pit road, obviously. Doucette, Harry Tiller. Mendez is going to get back going, although very, very crippled on that left front still. Two caution in the first 10 laps, so that's a trend we don't want to see continue. Let's see if they can straighten it out. It's a shorter race, so if you just keep taking away caution laps and caution laps and caution laps, there's not going to be a whole lot of time left to make your move. So we'll see if they clean it up. 33 cars on the lead lap, back to Harry Tiller. James Mendez, Ryan Doucette, the only cars laps down. Oscar Enriquez, your race leader here for this restart. Let's crank it up here for the first time tonight, live on YJ Media. So we go back green here. 11 laps completed. White in front of this field. We saw Dylan Driver making some big moves there through the middle. Now he's third in line on the bottom. Old pack's pretty much put together except one or two cars away at the back. Now Falkingham with help from DK and DJ Smith. Parker White almost getting hung out to dry there. Bottom line starts to fall back just a little bit.
Almost all disaster in that middle lane there.
I think that was Travis Brown. Big move there from Scott Warren to lead that middle line, and here they come. Travis Brown, I think Thomas Miller, and Corey Henry all hooked up there on the bottom. Corey Henry back into the outside wall. Took a hard right there.
I'm shocked they were able to keep momentum
Harley
without
Payne nearly
indecisive
forced
they were.
the issue there. Sorry. Had to cut you off, but the 62 about drove right through that 31.
You cut me off in 31 and almost cut the 62 off.
Oh, he's not happy with him.
He really wants to be in that middle line there.
That 31 has a run. Big block from Frisch. Check up in the middle line as one of them blinks out. That was the 62 that blinked. Third line falling back, but just like that, they all move up from the middle. Now Travis Brown moving back down to the bottom. Bourgeois thought about a big block, not able to get there in time. He'll be split 4 wide and have to drop back to the nose of Philip Brigman, and still dropping back. Nobody's going to work with him. Corey Henry going to be forced to. They'll slam right to the back of him off the exit turn number 4. If you do not have drafting help, you are going to the back. Case in point, Dylan Kem, Zielinski, big move, thought better of it. They're slamming into each other. This is great stuff. Next Gen quite literally always delivers.
Yeah, the slam drafting is real fun to watch, and it can provide a lot of momentum. It can also provide them going to the outside wall.
The first half of season 33, these guys had it played to perfection. And look at that. They just decided, Daniel Falkingham, we don't want you to be in front anymore. Look at the speed difference. Parker White has mercy on him, though. Stops the bleeding just a little bit. Just like that, though, they get up there and they kind of drop back again. That's Chris Hill in a new look 96 VRS paint scheme. And they are killing each other. Big block there from Dylan Dreiling in front of Matthews Lack. They don't have a whole lot of help up there in that third line. DK dropping down. Brigman going to have to come to their aid. Falkingham leading for the time being. Multiple cars on the wall on the outside. Putting on a clinic right now. This is RODDCAR at its very best. Big block, top to bottom. For Joe Swanson, it's going to get him the lead. It worked out perfectly. Zielinski said, all right, you blocked me, let's go.
We're about to be floor wide.
Dylan Dreiling on the outside. Parker White stuck 4 with DK through the middle. Still 4 wide. Through the trial. This is sketchy. Zwack able to get down in front. You just kind of hold your breath. Oh, boy. They're all scattering. Still 4 all throughout the trial. Through 1 and 2. Still 4. Joe Swanson loose. Lapcar does the sensible thing. He chooses to live. They are still 4 wide down the back.
They're still pushing the issue. They're trying.
Big run from Tyler. Gary has to. Oh, that's Dylan Dreiling under the apron. They save it for now. Outside line checking up. Still 4 wide with the Merchant stuck nowhere to go. We're thinking about 5 wide.
How is the Merchant sticking there for so long?
He's going to get up in front of DJ Smith. Finally stop the bleeding. And again, they're 4 wide again. Bourgeois, odd man out in this equation. They're still going. Lap traffic again. Gonna have to make a business decision. Look at the run that the Merchant got, but 4 wide, you're gonna have to push the guy in front of you. Can they save it? No! Oh, man. We were right there. Oh, there's Rod wrecking late. I think he saves it, I think. Oh, man. That was spectacular racing. Don't even need to. We were right on it. We were like all the 4 wide. It looks like this hit right here. No, not quite. But it's Jacob Roth just coming up ever so slightly. And at 200 miles an hour, you do not have that margin of error. And it completely unsettles the 38. He's trying to save it, but can't quite get it back under control up into the 56. And it is on from there. And then like Oscar Enriquez, Jacob Roth. Jacob Roth's going to get a 2-for-1 here. Mo Perry, hang on a second. What's Mo Perry doing back there? Mo Perry says, I'm just going to take a ginormous left. But he's coming back. There's the lap car. A little dicey there. Who else is involved? Obviously, Jacob Roth, Oscar Enriquez, Rod Flag. The Merchant gets a tiny piece. Garrett Delph, Travis Brown. AJ Green right there. Oh, actually, AJ Green probably gets the worst of it. That, catch your breath now. That was... Whew. That's pretty good. And solid laps of racing. We'll take that all day. Listen, if they're going to wreck, if they're wrecking every 10 laps, just let the 10 laps be like that.
Give us 10 laps of 4 wide. See how long we can go.
10 laps of glory. DJ Smith will stay out, lead a lap. Everybody else is in, though, for fuel. That is where they were, about halfway through a fuel run. Good news for Ryan Doucette, James Mendez. They'll get a lap back. Jacob Roth, you're in the booth. What happened?
I was 4 wide, and then the car just kind of started turning right in the draft, you know? Kind of just sucked me in there. Couldn't really do much.
You got beef with Corbin Simmons?
Yes, I do. You can kiss my ass. I don't see him out here.
His knees would hurt after about 15 laps.
I mean, he can use his hands.
We need to get him back out there. YG provisional.
Need a sponsor's provisional or something.
Yeah, get him out there, dude.
All right, Corbin.
Put him out there in a wheelchair or something.
Been thrown down.
Challenge has been issued. You better answer it. Do at least one race. We'll get an in-car report.
That's right.
I said medically retired. No.
No. All right. Well, how's the car after all that?
14 minutes of optional.
Holy smokes! Is that bad?
I don't know. I don't know what they did. I couldn't steer after it, so.
Let's go back and look at this because I didn't think it was 14 minutes, but hang on a second.
Yeah, I feel bad because I totally dumped the rod, but I couldn't steer. 90 degrees to the left.
Obviously, it's a total. Well, I guess yeah. Enriquez hits you pretty hard. All right, never mind. You're the biggest loser of that wreck.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely have to take a fast repair. Yeah.
Well, good luck the rest of the way, sir.
Thank you.
If we get a Corbin Simmons like appearance,
he's entering the Royal Rumble.
He's entering the Royal Rumble.
He's the surprise 36th entrant into RODDCAR.
My God, that's Corbin Simmons music.
It's just the Iowa fight song.
That might belong to Lucas Plussel. He's the better driver.
But he shows up most of the time. More than Corbin does. So 33rd entry to the RODDCAR Indy 500. You doing an Indy 500 would just be silly. But I'd be here for it.
He would not survive that race. Like, I know for a fact at some point he would just have Braden take over for him.
Well, he wouldn't qualify in on time. He would not make it through bump day.
That is also true.
Listen, he'd be like Nolan Siegel. You know he's not making it, but he'd put it in the wall trying, though. I mean, he just absolutely just junked the car for you.
See, this is why we have the provisional.
Right. Hey, they wrecked on the pace lap coming to the green, so I think Corbin could do better than that, actually. Parker White, Scott Warren, everybody came down for fuel and tires. Parker White, Scott Warren, your front row. Thirty-three cars on the lead lap. We'll see if Jacob Roth can even keep up with Pat with his steering. So we're back underway. 22 laps completed.
I don't even think he'll catch the pack.
Oh, is he still? Oh yeah. Oh, he gave it his
He's
best
still
shot.
mad.
He's not even here.
Or doesn't have 2K I rating.
Man, he really might be washed.
He was always washed. All right, Corbin, time to get iRacing again.
I still remember our very first league race where we were like genuinely excited to try and we lost the draft in the first lap and had to go back and get him. Well, Scott Warren, you were leading this race, and now you're outside of the top 15. Just like that. Oh, Rod flag didn't get heard. Back up the track. Did we get a yellow? Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah, it's been out. Oh!
Rod flag set the merchant. I think they'll be happy just to be alive. Good news for a host of drivers at the back.
I was gonna say who wrecked Rod, but I mean it was Rod wrecking Rod.
Let's take a look at it from a different angle. I think it'll confirm though. Let's see. Off turn number 4 here. Big run for DeMerch, and he's getting shoved. I don't. That's a tough one actually. Because Rod was.
I mean,
Rod
was down.
Right, but he's already kind of in the middle. Like he didn't block technically, but the 14's getting shoved by the 83 though. So it's not like the 14 could have. I don't know. He didn't cut across his nose, and I'm not just saying this because he's signing the checks. He just was kind of drifting in the middle. And
it's like he wanted to go down and catch the run, but didn't fully commit, honestly.
Right. Tie goes to the league owner, so it's the merchant's fault. Harley Payne going to get a piece of that as well.
Nothing is Rod's fault.
Who had possession?
The ground had possession.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Xavier Worthy catch.
Ground can't cause an at-fault incident. That's good news for Jacob Roth, Ryan Doucette, James Mendez especially. Oh, is that right front cooked? It is not turning. Ooh. From that?
What?
Oh, is it when he hits Harley Payne? I bet it is. Yeah, that's
Harley Payne.
He's gonna come right. Wait, what? Why does the right front stop turning?
Does he hit something else?
He shouldn't have. Where's the camera at? Yeah, it looks good there. And then when he's coming to pit road, it didn't look so good. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
That's what happened.
Oh. Oh. How do we cut that out?
Oh no! What happened? And you can tell, yeah, steering wheel's no longer turning after that.
Was that him like clearing black flags?
I don't know what that was. Because it's not like an inherent mechanical failure, because he turns to the right, like actively turns to the right, but it's not like a full, like, the wheel shuts off. He just kind of pointed it towards the wall and then said, bang. Ooh. I hate that we had to see that, but.
Could have ignored it.
Yeah, I did the right. Well, it's fine now. So he had to take a fast repair, which is not ideal. Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right, so what were you watching? That was so captivating.
He was watching to see what happened there.
Is he watching Friday Night SmackDown?
Or does he mean us by TV?
Oh. If he means us, that would have been honestly a little funnier.
Yeah, the toe links in this race pretty much non-existent. Your suspension gone. Your ability to turn gone. Not think about hitting anything on the left or right front. Don't even think about it. Ryan Doucette, James Mendez gonna get their laps back. Jacob Roth looks like he's got that 12 machine repaired and ready to go back at it. I'm smart. He was watching us. That's so tragic. Oh, man, that hurts. All right, back here for the restart. Still 33 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Doucette should be 1 down. James Mendez should be 2 laps down.
Can we be penalized for that incident?
You can if you'd like to fall on the sword.
No.
Matthew Zwack, Oscar Enriquez, your front row here for this restart. The 25 laps completed. 26 laps completed, excuse me, when we get the restart. Pace car makes that gradual left-hand turn. Down through the tri over to the Geico restart zone. He's the control car, and we're back underway. Great launch for Falkingham in third, and they will tandem away from the field. Oscar Enriquez smart to jump down and try and follow that momentum.
There's already a check up at that outside line. Sorry, I see action happen in the back. Looked like Delph and DK had a problem.
Gonna put them 3 wide, mid-pack on back for the time being. Down the back straightaway, still that 2-car tandem. Enriquez trying to make it a trio. Look for that high line to come back into play on the exit of 4. We got Cozy right there, Scott Warren, Gary, formidable group there. And they're trying to actually just go around Corey Henry. Didn't think he was necessarily getting up to speed very well. There might be a problem for that 5 machine there, just bypassing him, and Mo Perry kind of put himself 4 wide. He'll drop to the back. Now it's Cozy and Gary. Big block from Tom Miller.
Oh, they're getting dicey trying to go around the 2 slower cars.
The Thomas and Friends 039 paint scheme. It's a new one. Fantastic part of the match. Tyler Gary in 12th. They're going to have to catch back up just a tiny bit to the front 11. They'll be able to do so easily as Cody is hooked on the back of that 26 machine, and they are closing in on the leading 11. It's actually a very quick lap for Gary and company.
Ooh, a squirrely car leading that outside. They're going to throw him up to that third.
Gary and Cozy slowly pulling away from the cars behind them. Will Dylan Dreiling commit mass murder again tonight? I certainly hope not.
I'd say probably.
He's right here in 7th on that high line. Pushed by Garrett, or no, it's being pushed by Scott Ward. Field's pretty calm, all things considered, right now. We'll wait and see what happens when this second group gets here, which will be in about half a lap's time, maybe even down into turn number 1. We'll see where Tyler Gary elects to go with the run, as he is well in the lead draft now. His options somewhat limited, so we'll have to just kind of tuck in behind Frisch here. Unless that middle opens up, which it's very close to doing. Just like that, the middle's fighting back, things about to start picking up here. Joe Swanson all on his lonesome up there, dropping like a rock.
Oh, they're making it 4. There's nowhere to go. They got to break behind Joe.
It's not going to work. And there he goes.
Oh, go. What?
Wait, we're not. There's no yellow. They all bounced off each other and kept going. Somebody's car's got to be dead.
I know for a fact there's a car back there just crawling. Hunter East. Travis Brown's also out of it. Jacob Ross been out of it.
So that breaks up the packs again. That was, again, we told you the closing speeds were terrible, and that's just another example. Tried to make a block, but that 83 was already hooked up there, and they are committed. Kevin Spencer and Charles Wimbley are not connected, and it's a big old mess. The Merchant dropping back, and we're going to have, it looks like, a leading group of 15.
no way these 15 wreck each other, right?
Oh, they absolutely wrecked it. Oh, Dryling into DK.
Oh, Dryling's hanging on to that bumper, or that right rear.
He's got no drafting help, though, but it's treacherous. If you don't have any help, you could very easily be left out of the pack here. You side draft each other off, and the guys in front of you get their act together. Look at that gap, 2.5 seconds back to a group of 7. If Kevin Spencer can get in line behind Harley Payne, then it's another 2.5 seconds back to this group. And then your stragglers, DJ Smith, Travis Brown, Jacob Rothman at East have to come in under green.
They're going to wreck each other. This front pack is definitely going to wreck each other.
Side by side for the 6th position, DK with Parker White, Cozy. Going to try and continue that run. Scott Warren thought about it, not there in time. And 15th to 16th, 2.8 seconds, and they're kind of squabbling a little bit over who should lead this pack. Right now it's Charles Wimbley in the 16th with help from Jay Wright, new look 21 machine.
Oh, we are 4 wide in the front pack, and we're coming up on a lap car.
DK, Thomas Miller, kind of taking themselves out of it just for the time being. And they're about halfway through this current fuel run, and with these packs broken up like they are, this will probably be our best chance so far at green flag pit stops. As long as the top 15.
Why would you say something?
You got to say it. You got to give context to the viewer.
I mean,
but they're not playing ball. They're going for it.
They keep trying to kill each other.
They're pulling away though, and look, they're still arguing. Oh, here we go. If anyone's gonna catch them though, it'll be this group. I think you found your leading 4. AJ Green says, "Wait a minute, I've seen this a time or two. Let me get up there with them." This is your group you're gonna want to be with. Beth the Merchant, Bobby Zielinski, Chris Hill, Ryan Doucette. And they have sprinted to the front of this pack. Now can they 4-car group themselves up to the front? They got 3.4 seconds. And Daniel Falkingham can kiss the lead pack goodbye. Something happened to him, so now it's 14 cars. We'll actually go ahead and make that 4.4 seconds to Dean Clabbett now in 14th.
Oh, he just got left in the middle and was not able to get back in.
He'll have to use James Mendez for draft. He's got a... Let's just check speed check real quick. 198, 203, 204 I saw there for Chris Hill. They're going to bypass these 2 stragglers very quick. And now that gives us our correct margin. They've gained 0.3 of a second on this lap. 4.4 to now actually 3.9, so getting closer and closer and closer. 0.8. 0.7, just like that. They are catching. They have to monitor those engine temps, though. Just a handful of laps from pit stops.
And of course, they're 2 wide here in the front pack.
So interestingly enough, Matthew Zwack pitted on lap 20, as did Oscar Enriquez. So they'll be in about 5 laps time by themselves. And those are the only two that pitted on lap 20. They are going to want this to kick off real quick. They're still fighting up here in this lead pack. It is not a guarantee that they go the next 8 laps green to get these pit stops done. Big block there from Scott Warren. 14 cars, that's all there is. You wouldn't know it, though, looking at the racing. This pretty much captures the whole group, at least through the corners. They're 3 wide. 3 up top, 3 through the middle, and then 8 on the bottom. And meanwhile, gap is 2.4 seconds. These 4 are cooking. They have taken.
Surprising thing, Kurt.
Yep, they just had to get organized. They've gained 2 seconds in like the last 5 laps. Let's see if we can actually. What can we use to show this? What do we got? Merchant to Dean Clavitt. 5 laps ago it was 4.9 seconds. Now it's 2.5 at the start of this lap. Now down to 2.3. So they are taking chunks out of this gap. And lap 37 to 38 was a huge chunk of time there. And this lap will be about another 0.6, and a huge check up in the front. You can see it there. They're going to make the swap. 1.3 seconds the gap. They just need another half a second. Being that 0.8 of a second, they'll pick up the draft, and I imagine they want to keep making some moves. 1.1 seconds to Garrett Delph. Gonna catch it before pit stop. That is super impressive for these 4. 1.1, 1 second, right on the edge there. Back to Scott Warren, 1 second, right at the line. 0.9 of a second, and 0.8 of a second back to Garrett Delta. They have done it. 0.7. We don't need the delta anymore. Just like that. Where do they go with the run, though? But they're going to get on this, down this back straightaway.
I mean, they might have room on the 3rd line.
They're 3 wide. Zielinski's backing up to the Merchant, who's got Doucette behind him. Here they go. They're standing still on the bottom. Where do they go now?
Saw this.
Or do they? Yeah, they don't take it 4, but they might be able to clear that outside. They're going to get boxed in just like last time, but he's going to take it right through the middle, 4 wide. Here comes a bump from the Merchant, trying to get him clear of this mess. It opened up for him. Oh, Gary into the wall. And Zielinski to the lead. Tentatively. The Merchant stuck in there.
Oh, they're slamming in the middle.
4 wide. Doucette trying to help. Trying to get clear. Zlat coming up to cover. Zielinski going to get boxed in. Never mind. Shoots to the lead again. Slam draft on the outside line between 4 different cars. Pit stops imminent. There are a couple drivers. And they settle down from the 4 wide, and now they'll just start making their moves back and forth. That was a heck of a piece of driving.
Pretty sure that's the move Zielinski wanted to make last time, and it just didn't work out because they were already 4.
Max, have I fully recovered yet? Well, dude, I don't know. My legs are still kind of sore. Like, I've been walking all over the place. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm, like, fully... I think I'm still tired of walking. Was tired all week, though. This is 9:30. I'm like, it's time for bed, man. 24-hour race is different. James Mendez, Travis Brown, Jacob Roth, Ryan Doucette, who could theoretically race his way back in on the lead lap the hard way. Got a little bit of right front damage and all that chaos. Big move from Tyler Gary. Saw the run coming behind him. You can somewhat tell that pit stops are any moment now because they've calmed down into orderly
That's what we
2
call
by
calm.
2. This is calm for what we just saw. Thomas the Train in second place. Just needs to lead so it makes sense, you know. The train leading the pack around, so need to make that spot. And you would expect Matthew Zwack and Oscar Enriquez to hit first. And there they go. So not what you would want to see, but kind of your only option. If you're these two, hopefully you can get tandem up. So that means everybody else should be in the next 4 to 5 laps.
Unless they wreck.
There goes Chris Hill around, so it does not matter. That is huge for Oscar Enriquez and Matthew Zwack because they don't have to pit. So they'll there you go.
After all that.
That's a gift. All right, who done it here?
I mean, don't want to necessarily say that it was Dylan Dreiling, but it happens with him.
All right, let's take a look. Dylan Dreiling. Something happened earlier this week. I don't know. Just saw some rumblings.
I believe it was like in Moon Car.
Let's see if he brought his ways in here. All right, so he's got Chris Hill right in front of him. Nice little check up there. Hits him pretty square. It's Hill. What in the world happens there? Right in front of him. Back up the racetrack. Chris Hill into Harry Tiller. Tiller doesn't get a huge piece of this. It's really just Chris Hill. Oh, and Rod Flag coming in there late. Not able to get on the brakes quick enough at high rate of speed. Oh, I know. Oh, that's your boy, Art.
Don't say my boy. Don't say my
Oh,
boy.
that's your pick, dude. That's him.
I don't know him.
You associate with this. This is your guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, no. Oof. He definitely had help.
I've never seen that man before in my life.
Ouch. All right, so what? Let's take a look here. What causes this thing? It's with Doucette. So he gets off cycle there, and yeah, it's just Chris Hill getting into the back of. You can almost see it perfectly there. Here comes Dylan Dreiling. The 77 goes low. Bump right there into the 77. Checks up the 96 and Dreiling right back into him because, again, they're so close together. And it is just kind of the accordion effect. This looks awesome. How do I get involved? I'm happy you asked. Very easy to join. Let's get the link.
Are you talented? Do you have 2K iRacing?
Fairly simple process. I'm assuming you have iRacing. What in the world? Don't do me like that, Discord. Come on. That's such a joke. Could somebody you do Art? Send them the RODDCAR Discord link. We just join the server, read the rule book, or send them the website. Send them the website. Send them the Discord. Send them the whole thing.
There's a join there.
Yeah. Fairly simple iRating requirements. Got to be an A class. Well, not an A class. Is it A class? I think it's a B 2.0. Is it not?
Yeah, it's B safety rating or higher and above 2K iRating.
Yeah, so fairly standard iRating requirements and safety rating, just so you know, we know you can hold a steering wheel straight.
And even then, that's not necessarily a requirement. I've seen what these people do.
But I highly recommend it. Cash prizes for the winner every week. Cash prize to the champion. Trophies for our crown jewel events. Highly, highly recommend week in and week out. This is
And
quite simply, and this is with the Rex. I do, you know, the Rex or the Rex, whatever. But this is the best Super Speedway League on iRacing. This is where the best of the best come to race. Michael Cozy Jr., Parker White, Seth the Merchant, Falkingham. I mean, this is the best that the service has to offer.
and you get to be on YJ Media.
So, yeah, get guaranteed airtime. We try and show everybody. New to iRacing, so you might have to just grind a little bit to get the license requirements, but 2000 is not really that strenuous. You can just find, you know, an ARCA or trucks or whatever you prefer. You can find something you're good at and get 2K I rating, and there you go. So, with all that, everyone, there's Oscar Enriquez and Matthew Zwack. They timed that pit stop perfectly, man. Yeah, but RODDCAR, once you get those requirements, obviously, since you're not locked into the show, you will go through the LCQ every week. But once you have the iRating license requirements, you'll be eligible to join the LCQ League every Friday night at 8 o'clock and race your way into the big show. Looks like, man, they might be able to make it on the end with one more pit stop. Well, without one more pit stop, excuse me. There is a theoretical path that they could make it on fuel. Very unlikely, but we saw a lot of guys 16th on back, double stop, top off on fuel. The odds that they go green to the end, though, pretty slim. Don't kill each other. Go 4 wide. Here we go. Pace cars off. Oscar Enriquez, Matthew Zwack. Got the strategy and a little bit of luck, right? So they'll be your front row. 48 laps completed this time by. Back for the restart. That is really an unbelievable stroke of luck for those two. They're on pit road already getting their service, and then the caution comes out. And they are 1-2 because of it, so they'll take that all the way to the bank.
Oh, and they're going to start the tandem already.
And there they go. It's Cozy up top leading that third line. Got Parker White behind him. That's Drew Jawak, excuse me. And Parker White's in third. Look at the move from Seth the Merchant. He tried to get up there in front of Cozy. Just shot out of a cannon, but couldn't quite carry the momentum, so we'll see where he likes to go. Probably behind that 71. Thomas Miller going to go up, lead that train around the top side there. I made my pun. Got Cozy, Joie, Parker White in tow. And they'll drop down to the bottom, pick up the draft. He goes back up top. 3 wide, mid-pack, it's a mess. 4 wide, back in the midfield. Here at Delphin, meeting the sandwich, Tyler Gary. Let's go on board really quick with Tyler Gary. Just see what he's seeing out in the front windshield. There's really nowhere to go. Just hope the guy in front of you doesn't wreck. There's chaos out here, right on 25th place. We're all trying to escape this pack, chase down the leaders as we approach 25 laps to go. Fuel window is now open. See there, 3 wide out in the front. Matthews Whack on the bottom, Thomas Miller up top.
Oh, we might be 4 wide again.
Big move from Zwack.
Back here with Parker White.
Dylan Dreiling, big move in front of Jaden Carter. bit calm amongst the front runners, willing to run that top line. And there you go, back to Harry Tiller, top 8 single file, only for a moment. There goes Daniel Falkingham and Dylan Kelm, and Thomas Miller was stuck 3 wide in the middle. Cozy going to cut him a break, get back up top. Big move from Dylan Dreiling. Big moves all over the place. Inside of 25 laps to go, pay window is open. Falkingham to the lead, Dylan Kelm in second. Zwack thinking about a move. 39 getting a little wider. Whack down to the bottom. Who's going to go with them? Right now, nobody. Going to have to fall back to Zielinski. Going to have a huge run from this 83, though. Going to slam into the back of him off the exit of 4. Big move from Dylan Kelm. 3 wide for the race lead through the tri-oval. Momentum, top and bottom. Middle starting to fade just a little bit. Dead heat at the line. Give it to Zwack that time by. Middle still fading. Inside line, about a car length and a half. Big move from Zwack. Kelm. A little squirrely from that block. Now Zwack through the middle. Zielinski on the bottom. And they are putting on a clinic right now.
Really cleaned up the start of this race. Like,
Oh,
still getting
Cozy
cautions.
hanging on to it. They're 4 wide for a time. Haven't seen 5 wide yet. It's a matter of time. Big move from Thomas Miller to the bottom. Harry Tiller underneath the apron has to bring it back onto the track. Big run from Scott Ward. Slams into the back of that 71. Riley picks up his teammate.
Oh, we're going to have a car just drop it in the middle. What are they going to do with that momentum?
Checks up that whole middle. Outside line goes right around. Oh, but that 71. Look at the move from Travis Brown. Big checkups behind him as they see chaos. Oh, and trouble in the front. Can they save it? Cozy, Zwack, Parker White, all out of control. They saved it. Just like that, Travis Brown was out of it, and now he's right back in it. Trying to push Joe Swanson clear. 2-car tandem with Zwack and Falkingham. Here comes Drew Joie. Back up front, Seth the Merchant trying to get that outside reorganized. Have no idea how they saved that. Big block there from Gary. Picks up the run from DeMerchant. Thomas Miller out to block. Dylan Kelm nowhere to go. Just has to hope somebody shows up, and it'll be Harry Tiller and Garrett Delph to his rescue.
Oh, here comes a big run from Parker White. It's opening up in the middle for him.
Catch your breath while you can, and there goes that 53 machine, Falkingham. They are connected. You got some help behind them. Zwack. They're going to go up to the top, though, choose to tuck in line, pull some draft from the back of that 96 machine. Thomas Miller, it really is choo-choo around the top for your leaders. 20 to go. Big move from DeMerchant and Frisch. Miller down to cover. Tyler Gary, no help for the time being. 6 cars pushing each other through turns 1 and 2.
How do we get here from that lap 1 incident?
Hey, Rick, before they completed lap 1, they're putting on an all-time RODDCAR classic.
Oh, there's a car in the wall.
And we jinxed it. It's Drew Joie.
A single car, we're fine.
Toe link, optional, always up at the fence. Let's see what happened real quick. We'll just see real quick. We'll cut right back to it. Big check up in front of him. Oh, man. Just kind of hung out to dry here. What in the world was that all about? 38-83 just met in the middle. Killed each other. No idea why they decided to do that. Big move there from Frisch. 3 cars up top, 3 through the middle. Now Frisch top to bottom to cover off the 26. 2 cars in the middle now. Starting to fade back a little bit. Frisch all over the place, trying to pick up anything that moves in front of him, but it is the bottom moving down the back straightaway. Big push there from the 56 to the 26. Coming to 18 laps to go. Caution here makes fuel strategy pretty simple for the rest of the race. Gary up to cover. Look at that accordion effect all the way back to Zwack. Fifth in line on the top. Frisch through the middle. Enriquez on the bottom. Slamming into each other on the exit of the tri-oval. There is no fear anywhere inside the top. Everybody.
Oh,
Zielinski! Can they save it? Swanson, no!
No,
Overcorrects. Overcorrects. Kills him. Yellow is out.
Goodness.
Everybody catch your breath.
Whew.
Oh, they were messed up real bad. He's pushing his teammate. That's teammates right there. 83-71, all over each other. Not connected. Gets him way out of shape. Comes back down into Zielinski. Zielinski saves it. And he just overcorrects right there for Travis Brown. That's all she wrote. Good news for a lot of drivers that need their laps back here late. Good news for us, we get to catch our breath, take a sip of water, lock in for the finish here. "32 cars on the lead lap. Ryan Doucette, Hunter East should get back on the lead lap as a result of this caution. Poor James Mendez is still, I think, 3 laps down at this point. Been pretty stubborn. He's been fixing that optional repairs the entire race. He'll go to 2 laps down. With about 15, 14 laps to go, needing a little bit more chaos to get him back on the lead lap. But there's Doucette. There is Hunter East. We'll get the wave around when we get the 2 to go. And everybody will be in. Makes fuel irrelevant the rest of the race. They'll top it off. Should be good for any amount of green white checkers we might have. You stay out now, you simply just want the bonus point. Which Kevin Spencer wants the bonus point. And he'll come in next time by and top off, but he'll lose a little bit of track position. Kevin Spencer will lead a lap in the 777. Look what's on the back of his car. We'll do this. 151. RODDCAR starts 0 wins. Tonight's start 152. No better time than now to get that first win. Tonight on his 152nd career start. He's here grinding week in and week out, though, man. I respect it. Tyler Gary wins the race off pit road. Everybody, except for Kevin Spencer, is good on field, but he'll give up this lead. Ryan Doucette should be in this time. He got the wave around, so he'll come in this time and pit. Hunter East already made that decision to come in and pit. And now is kind of when you get to that time frame, Art, I think you start seeing the urgency really just ramp up even from the restart, so he might not get that great 4 wide. It'll just be just pure chaos. They'll be killing each other, beating and bagging, trying to get through.
I mean, we might see 4 wide, but it'll be for about a half second. But if we can make it 5 laps, I'd be a little shocked.
Under over is 2.
2.5. Need to get Corbin out here setting actual lines. Start taking bets on the side.
So this will be what? It will be... They'll get the 1 to go with 15, so it will be 14 laps to go on the restart. And it will be, what, 34 cars on the lead lap back to Joe Swanson. Significant damage to that 71, and James Mendez should be 2 laps now. Yep. All 35 cars still running right here at the end. Good to see. It's on 3 green, white checkers, minus 250. Lights are out on top of the pace car. James Mendez needs 2 more cautions to be back on the lead lap. But then when it gets this late in the ball game, 2 more cautions usually is when we start seeing someone drop. They're like, all right, I don't have any more toe links. I'm out. So we'll get maybe Mendez back, and we'll lose somebody else. And now is when we start seeing that a little bit of attrition right here at the death of it. It is good to see 34 cars on the lead lap this late. You still got Charles Wembley for the W?
I mean, I picked him.
Got Mr. Bobby Zielinski. Just happens to be one
Hey,
row in front of him. Yeah.
I was going to say, they're right there together. Although I think there might be a little bit of a little talent difference there.
Just a smidge. Hey, Charles Wembley got 4,100 I rating though. He's not a nobody.
Hey, man's next up from the RODDCAR to Coke Series pipeline. If people still care about the Coke Series.
Field in tow with Drew Juwan and Tyler Gary. Tyler Gary chooses the outside. We're back underway. 14 laps to go.
Ooh, there's Jacob on that inside line.
Outside line.
You're kind of squirrely.
Beating and banging starts even before turn number 1. 3 wide already in the back. Travis Brown, Joe Swanson, Dylan Kemp, Rod Flag. He said, I've seen enough already. I'm going to the back. He said, we're going to... That is the league owner just fully admitting we're going to wreck again. So he is not interested. Chopper cam. Big move there from Tyler Gary. My goodness. That was inch perfect, and it had to be, or he was getting turned.
Got some 3 wide in the back.
Yeah, Jay Riot, DK trying to get back up there. Yeah, but nobody's going to catch you that much of a break anymore. You just have to hope you time your moves well and you don't get yourself killed. Because they're not going to, you cut me off. That's fine.
It would be like what we saw on lap 1.
Pretty much.
No room.
Hey, I'm here. I don't care that you're here. So, figure it out. This pack fully 3 wide now. About 5th on back. Barry Tiller, a little bit of indecisiveness. Was trying to go up with his buddy Travis Brown. Likes to go to the middle. Not a terrible idea as that middle forms up directly in front of him. Bottom lane collapses for the moment. Thomas Miller around the outside. Falkingham with a block nearly into the wall. They hold it for now. 12 laps to go. Michael White, your leader. From Falkingham.
Ooh, Zielinski in the wall.
They're tandem up right now. Speed is on the top. But who will be the first of this about 9-10 cars? Who will move down first and reform that bottom lane? A couple rows up.
I think it's going to be Travis Brown. It's not.
It'll be Dean Clavitt going for it, and nobody went with him.
Man.
So he'll fall back to DeMerchant. Garrett Delph was thinking
gonna
about it,
good.
and there goes DeMerchant right around him. Says, thanks for coming. I'll take that spot. And right back down in front of him. So they are inadvertently reforming that low line. Not in the way they would have wanted, but it does give them a little bit more momentum. DeMerchant now inside a second. There's that tandem with Drew Jawat. Parker White coming down to side draft, but it's too late. Oh, DeMerchant saves it. That could have been disastrous.
No, we're 4 wide mid-pack again.
Here comes Travis Brown. Almost making it 4 wide. There goes Garrett Delph. And on what planet did they not wreck? Holy smokes. That was just like, oh, there it is. Well, we'll catch your breath. They'll say, let's do at least one more lap. We'll go one more. We'll get to 10 laps to go, and then all bets are off.
Like I said, that move looked oddly familiar.
Here comes Thomas Miller. He's thinking about a move to the middle. Parker White shuts it off, trying to block to the wall. Not able to do so. He'll fall to the middle in front of Frisch. Drop back big time. Big checkups. 4 wide again.
They're finally not pushing the pusher, so these checkups aren't causing too big of issues.
Joe Swanson dropping like a rock. Thomas Miller, big block. DK digging on the bottom. Harry Tiller right there. Travis Brown through the middle. DK coming up to cover. Tandem on the last lap. Probably what you're going to need to win this race. Where are your friends? Who are your friends? Coming to 9 laps to go. Single digits. Week out for the RODDCAR 500. Can Michael Cozy Jr. go back-to-back? Big move there from Drew. The Merchant going with him. He stays up top to pick up Zwack. There's Jay Wright, Parker White, Kevin Spencer back in the mix. Just like that, Drew to the outside of Thomas Miller. We'll cover that off. Somebody's wrecking in the back. It is Jaden Carter. How that didn't bring out a yellow, I'm not sure. Single car away at the back, though. They didn't care. Falkingham up to cover. 39 on the 039. Broke up that pack, though. About 28th on back is now gone.
Oh, there's a caution.
Now, how are we going to...
Where is the caution?
What?
Okay, what's the caution?
Why did the caution come out there? Oh, come on. What was the yellow? Well, we can go see what happened to Jaden Carter.
He kept going.
4 wide off the exit of 2. He just gets clipped there. Looks like 26 just gets ping-ponged off of Scott Warren into Jaden Carter. Snaps him right around. That should have been a caution, maybe? Well, that's a tough one. I would not have been surprised if iRacing called that a caution. Scott Warren right front off the ground. Charles Wembley nearly dies. Brigman sneaks through right here. Like right there, I'm like, okay, that's a caution. Right there, you're like, all right. But at this point, he's like, all right, no caution. We'll just go, I guess. Does Rod see the smoke in the 2 cars and just throw it? Yeah. But they're
oh, he did throw the caution. All right, never mind. It was not Iris. It was Rod.
Well, yeah, right. That's what I kind of figured.
Weird.
They're back going at that point, though. I don't know. Probably. I mean, that probably should have been a caution, though. I'd argue with Jaden Carter.
I mean, probably.
I mean, it like at this point, you freeze frame this at a Dega race. That NASCAR's calling that a caution 10 times out of 10. So, I don't disagree with it. Good news for everybody to the back. James Mendez has a sliver of hope. He'll go to 1 lap down. Needs 1 caution in the final 5 laps. Oh, Rod had to verify if it was caution worthy, so he went back and... Interesting. I mean, there was 3 cars involved. The other 2 kept going straight, but one of them was definitely in the wall. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. So that's just 4 wide. Tyler Gary ping-ponged around. Do y'all really want Corbin back in the tower? I mean, y'all had your own issues with that. He got overthrown. Corbin was... They threw a coup on him. Essentially. So this will give us, again, it makes sure everyone's great on fuel for the overtimes too. We'll get the 1 to go with 6, so be 5 laps to go on the restart. 34 cars on the lead lap. Assuming Jaden Carter can get back going.
Can't believe we're having nostalgia for Corbin.
Game's gone. It'll be, yeah, light should go off right here. 5 laps to go. We'll get on this restart. Pace car actually hasn't been too busy tonight. They've cleaned up their act in the second half of the race. Now for the final 5 laps, all bets are off. I don't even care if they wreck. That's just to be expected.
Does my driver have a chance? 25th?
Sure.
I mean, Zelensky's 20th. Although, again, a little difference in talent and willingness to make it 4 and 5 wide.
Got Travis Brown in 3rd, and that, or 4th, excuse me. That's just the ultimate wild card in all this. DK in 2nd. Got Thomas Miller there. It's a wild top 5. I mean, it is. Anybody on the lead lap, apologies to James Mendez, can win this race. I say it every week. The Coke Series drivers usually pull it out, but it's true that anyone can take these things. They just need the right amount of luck.
Even Charles Wembley.
Sure, Charles Wembley could win this race. The Geico restart zone, Daniel Falkingham, back underway.
We saw Max win a race, so
Let's go.
anything is possible.
It was at Talladega. I was probably in Charles Wembley's spot, to be honest, right around there.
Yeah, but there's no Andrew Cootie here today.
That's true. Here we go. Falk with a good restart. Thomas Miller, the 039 pushing the 39. Here comes DK and Travis Brown in the 2nd lane. Parker White and Matthews Wack on the 3rd lane. Big move from Thomas Miller to the outside of Falkingham. Jay Riot trying to make moves. 3rd lane trying to get formed up. Everybody's swerving back and forth. It's almost like they're lowering up their tires. That's how much movement there was on the back straightaway.
It's like trying to have quick feet. Gotta have quick tires, know which lane to get in.
3-car breakaway up the front. Yeah, Thomas Miller, half a second behind. Trying to get clear of the pack. The less guys you could have around you trying to suck you back, side draft, the better. Just got cars hooked up single file, slamming into each other. It will be better. And Thomas Miller, DK, Travis Brown, Corey Henry have all broken away from the mess behind them. We approach 3 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, outside line formed up. Miller tried to get back up there, not able to do so. Here comes DK in turn number 3. Going way up top. Falkingham has to throw the block, and he does, or else he was getting left in the middle. You have to be perfect with your blocks, or you're going right in the sucker hole and outside the top 15 easily in a couple hundred feet. Look at that. There's 2 lanes. There's no 3rd lane right now. If you throw a block to the middle and it doesn't work, you could kiss top 15 goodbye.
Parker White in the middle. Now Corey Henry's stuck on the high side. He's going to have a little bit of help.
Big run there from Harry Tiller. Tyler Gary shoving him back up there into contention, trying to make it work through the middle. Top three still squabbling. Falkingham up to cover on Drew. Thomas Miller still there. DK needs a little bit of help. And he'll go down to the bottom to pick up Michael Cozy Jr., last week's winner. Travis is here. He is right now in 13th, trying to get that middle line formed back up as we come to 2 laps to go. Through the tri-oval, Drew up top.
Oh, I think caution in the back.
And just everybody catch your breath.
What are we doing?
What do we got?
How are we 3 wide for 30th? Literally 30th. What are we doing?
Everybody back here, and I mean this sincerely, should feel bad about what they just accomplished. Oh, boy. Everybody should feel ashamed about what they just accomplished there. They really should. That was rough. That was a rough one, boys. I mean, why is Delph dry? What are we doing here? I mean, it was pretty square. Delph just kind of drives off into the wall. AJ Green sees him hit the wall, panics, really hooks Scott Warren, and then it's off from there. Get Delph. That's a pretty obvious spin back to the right, whatever. Just chucks that sucker back to the right. Then Wembley just runs in there. Scott Warren gets cleaned out again, and Wembley's dead. Thanks for coming. Your pick to win is, well, dead last, by the way. I mean, he gone.
Oh, he is gone. He left.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah, he's dead. I see the onboard here. It looked pretty rough. That was just a massive overcorrect. He just drives up to the fence. And he gets wrecked. It's just never had control of that car. I mean, just from the outside, it just looked just did not have a handle on it.
If you took the 3 cautions, you might be in for it.
More AJ Green here. He just gets freaked out that he hits the wall. He just comes down and I guess the alternative was just direct Scott Warren. Then Wembley explodes in front of him. That's the end of his race. Hey, if they were coming to the white, I would have get it, but there's 2 laps to go. We were getting a caution no matter what. He's trying to drive through this sucker. Bang, dead. Through the grass, dead. Engine blown, and that'll be it for Mr. Charles Wembley. Not for a lack of trying, though.
All right, so I get to pick a new car right now.
No, that's not how. That's not what we do here.
Give me Thomas the Tank.
Okay. And with that, though, so we lose Charles Wembley, and then Jaden Carr's on pit road for a long time. Mendez is on pit road for a long time. Again, 13 minutes optional. His car has literally been broke since the first caution at this point. I mean, yeah, take the fast repair, brother. It's overtime. It's not worth it anymore. The front is literally still destroyed. Here we go. So Jaden Carter's gone, and as is James. Did he go a lap down again? You gotta beat that pace car out. Let's see, does he do it? There's Falkingham. We had a Cars moment. He really had to beat the pace car out. Back this up. Oh, give me something better than this. There it is. That's what we wanted. He does beat the pace car out. I mean, that's as close as it gets without just speeding and saying, screw it, I'll, just clear my black flags. He beat the pace car out. He really did. I'll give him it.
Pretty sure you still get a black flag for that.
Well, he didn't speed though. He didn't speed to beat it. He did it naturally. I'll give him that. That was he did it for the cinematic effect. He really did. He wanted it. So 34 cars on the lead lap. Charles Wimbley out of the race. Oh, did we just lose Harley Payne? Apparently we did. I didn't notice that he was out and all that. So 33 cars on the lead lap, and yeah, that's everybody that's running.
He blinked.
So if you're new to this, RODDCAR overtime rules: 3 attempts at a green, white, checkered finish. If they wreck on the first or second attempt before the white flag, we re-rack them for the second and third and final attempt. If they wreck on the white flag lap on the first or second attempt, it does not matter. They got the white flag. They race it back to the checkered flag. And on the third and final attempt, called the point of no return, it does not matter when they wreck. They could do a 2014 Fall Talladega wreck instantly. 2015 Fall Talladega. They could wreck on the restart. It doesn't matter. The pace car will come out. Caution will fly. But they race back. We just disregard anything that happens on the third restart. We finish under green no matter what on the third attempt. Hopefully we don't meet all 3. But it's good money. Odds are good on it. And we'll see. Daniel Falkingham, Drew Jawad, Dylan Kemp, Thomas Miller, Parker White, your top 5. Cozy, Henry, Hill, DeMerchant, Jay Riot, your top 10. Back underway for overtime number 1. Falkingham with a good restart with that outside line hooked up tightly, and Falkingham will come up to cover.
Oh, they're already pushing the pusher.
Falkingham was on the bottom, came up to block the top, now back down to the bottom, made 2 lane changes before turn number 2, and off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Inside line with the advantage, but here goes DK to the outside, looking for his 2nd career RODDCAR win. Falkingham looking for his 7th. Can they make it back? Anything can and will happen once we get to the white. DK with the advantage, help from Drew Jawad. Here comes Thomas Miller, big move to the outside. Looks like they're going to make it back. White flag, race is official on 1 attempt. Drew Jawad, big block. Thomas Miller slams into the back when DK loses all help through the middle. All help on the bottom right now, but the top will get wound back up. But they left Drew out to dry. Here comes Thomas Miller and Cozy. 3-car breakaway slightly down the back. Falkingham, Parker White, and Corey Henry. DK back in it, though, getting the help from Thomas Miller, Cozy, as they head off into turn number 3 for the final time. When do you make your move? Tri-oval. Start-finish line down towards turn 1, as they like to say so many times. Here comes DK. What could Miller do? What could Corey Henry do? There goes Parker White. Falkingham down the block, but Parker White's going to get the push from DK, and he is flying through the tri-oval. DK trying to make a move at it, but a perfect block from White, and he wins it. Dylan Kemp 2nd, Thomas Miller 3rd. As they fly off into turn number 1.
What a finish.
That was a clean finish. That was well done. They had one spinning across the line way in the back. That was a solid finish. They settled it cleanly. Well done to everybody. Parker White, your winner. Don't have his actual RODDCAR stats because this man won everything there was to win. Was your 2024 NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion. I mean, he's the best oval driver on the service. I didn't even have his RODDCAR stats because that says it all. Literally the best of the best, and he gets it done.
Too late to say that I was gonna pick Parker White.
Oh, shut up. Let me go pull it up. They win all the time. But a well-deserved victory. Let me just pull up his stats real quick, and we'll go back and look at the finish. Then we'll hear from our top 3. Nice burnout there. Well deserved. I mean, that was as clean as a finish as you'll have. Let's get these stats, will we? Parker White, just because I want to, just for information's sake. Tonight was his 105th start. Picked up his 14th career win. 53rd top 5, 74th top 10.
Where was Falk? 6th?
He's 6th. So let's take you back to that white flag lap. Parker White, second in line on the bottom, was pushing Falkenham. DK led at the white flag lap and then instantly lost his help. Parker White pushes through. There's 3 cars tight on the bottom pretty much for the majority of the last lap. They're not worried about the chaos behind them. They're just all out, foot to the floor, while they squabble behind them. No need to make a move yet. Just let you can see the run forming behind you, and then you make a move. So you're in a good position. Falkenham trying to block, trying to get wide, and just like that, he's able to get to the outside, and Dylan Kem is right there. All the momentum with the outside line, and Kem has no choice but to push, and tries to make a late move at it, and Parker White covers them all off. And that is how you do it. Harry Tiller and a host of others wrecking across the line in the back, but it does not matter. Let's see, can we get a good camera angle of this, maybe? So it's not terrible, but there we go. That's what we want. Come on now, give me what I need here. Get our winner's interview. Close enough, right? Surely. All right, good enough. I can't pause it. I'm stubborn. There we go. That's it. All right. Let's go ahead and get your winner in here. Here was the race winner, Parker White, career win at number 14, and made all the right moves on the final lap. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, that restart, I was kind of surprised how low my temps were on the backstretch. I think it was like 190, and I told Dan, yeah, I got a lot of temps to work with, so eventually I was able to get us clear down the backstretch on the last lap, and that's when I realized I wasn't quite going to have enough temps to get all the way to the finish. So I tried to back off, but obviously no one's going to be lifting on the last lap. I think Corey was behind me, so he was on my bumper. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get away from Dan to cool my temps, so I just managed it perfectly until out of 4, where I could actually make the move in range to win and not just get past. Like, I saw DK go up, and I'm like, yeah, this is a perfect time to go. So that's when I went. And I think DK chose to stick with me there just because we were kind of side by side there. If Falcon wasn't there, I think we would have seen a different finish. But either way, it worked out pretty good in my favor.
Yeah, you, Falkenham, yourself, and Corey Henry, you guys were just pushing 3 in a row, and it kind of got yourself some time to think about that move headed into 4. You guys didn't have any pressure on the last lap, and it kind of allowed you to set up that move. You see the run coming to the high side, and DK kind of has no choice but to push and makes a move at the end. You covered off perfectly. A clean race to the finish, a lot of cars involved, so that was really one of the better races we've had in a hot minute. Y'all were putting on a show out there tonight. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, we had a pretty good race last week at the RODDCAR 500. Pretty crazy finish, that one. I think I finished like somewhere in the 20s, but good to come back this week and get the win. That's always nice.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win. We'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you guys, YJ Media, for the broadcast. Of course, I have to thank Rod for the league. Also, I'd like to thank North Source Racing and Millions Esports.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you. See ya.
Here with your runner-up tonight, Dylan Kem. Hard-fought second place. Right where you needed to be on that final lap to make the moves for the win. What else could you have done differently get that last spot?
Well, it just really didn't come together the right way. You can sit there under caution and plan everything out a million times, and no matter how you plan it, the race is never going to go the way. Even if you thought of 1,000 different ways to do something, out of those 1,000 ideas you had, you're not even going to be in those positions at the end. But kind of had an idea. I didn't know if Corey was going to come up in front of me, so I was kind of shaky going around him. I thought Tom was getting pushed from behind. He wasn't. I didn't want to make my move on Parker too soon. So it's like I didn't want to go high going into the tri-oval and then allow the people behind us to go to the middle. So I was going to kind of wait, stay off Parker's bumper, and me and Tom just started ping-ponging off each other, which kept me on his bumper. And looking at the replay, maybe coming out of the tri-oval, I could have pulled up in front of Tom and maybe got a push to the win, but we all know Parker. We've all seen him before. He's a master at leading. He's a master at blocking. Sometimes you, unfortunately, just have to kind of settle where you're at rather than me wreck him, wreck the both of us and ruin a good finish for the both of us. It was an awesome race. It was a ton of fun to be out there. I know we kind of had a rut full of cautions there in the middle, but once we got going again, that was a ton of fun. And congrats to Parker on the win. He earned it for sure.
Yeah, second half of the race was excellent. Y'all were going 4 wide like nobody's business. One green, white checkered, and everyone was in contention coming out of 4. Top 10, everyone was pretty much right there. Finished it cleanly. That was a fantastic race, and when it's like this, when the racing's that good, you just gotta tip your cap. P2. It's like, hey, that was a real good effort.
Yeah, I said to somebody, they asked me if I was gonna win, and I said no. And they said, well, how about P2? I was like, you know what, thinking about it, I would take a P2 right now. It would feel like a win. And I was saying to Tom, I led a lap. I got second place. Realistically, there's only one better outcome, and that would have been to win. But if you're going to get beat by anybody, might as well be Parker, right?
Right. I mean, you lose to the champion of the whole Coke Series last year. Not a bad second place. Great race. So definitely well earned. And we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Nope. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for doing this every Friday. I appreciate it. I know you guys take a lot of time. Some of the races can get a little grueling, but hopefully finishes like that, not holding you out till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, helps keep it going and makes you guys want to keep coming back.
Weeks like this make it all worth it. Y'all put on a show, and makes us proud to call it. So congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
Here was your third place finisher tonight, Thomas Miller. Thomas and Friends Paint Scheme was leading the train around this track for a couple laps up on the top. Very racy. Tonight, your 18th career start. They got 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s in those starts. So you're making an instant impact being up at the front early and often. Got some fans in chat too cheering you on week in and week out now too. It's just a solid race from your perspective. Talk me through it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that was an awesome race all around. It's probably one of the best races I think I've maybe ever been in iRacing, to be honest with you. Congrats to Parker. He's a god at this stuff. So, yeah, man. I've been trying to lock myself into the RODDCAR race, the main race, for about a year now, and I've had my troubles getting up through the LCQ, and then I feel like I've run up front in RODDCAR and just haven't been able to get the job done. So it feels good to get a P3, I'll tell you that. So hopefully that's gonna put me pretty close to being in the field for weeks to come. So maybe get some good luck.
Yeah, you are currently P11, so I don't.
All right, we'll take it.
Don't know where the official cutoff is, but it's pretty soon. So you're looking good.
Yeah.
But really good performances. You're making good moves out there. Time on the block's perfect, and just really fun to watch. And gets a solid podium out of it. So congratulations, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
No, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Rod for putting this on. It's awesome. I love RODDCAR. It's pretty much one of the few things I do on iRacing is RODDCAR and Mooncar. So just shout out all the boys that were in the Discord. We're kind of all up front and helping each other out. So sucks we couldn't get it done, but Parker's not a bad dude at all. So congratulations to him.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the podium, and we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you.
All right. Art, fantastic race, obviously. What are your final thoughts?
I mean, it's just nice to, get back to good RODDCAR racing. It was kind of shaky from that, the 50 laps. First 50 laps are great for the RODDCAR 500. We've had good races here and there. It was a good return. It was nice.
The last 40 laps, peak RODDCAR. I mean, they're 4 wide, nobody's business. Solid finish. Corbin lost money on his 3 overtime bets. So there it is. Party White, your winner by 0.05 of a second over Dylan Kemp. Thomas Miller in third. Seth the Merchant. Travis Brown with a top 5. He got a 9th at the RODDCAR 500 and 5th in the Talladega race. So he is on a heck of an opening 2 races. Cozy backs up the win at 8th. Oscar Enriquez didn't make the 500, finishes 10th. So good rebound for him. Won the LCQ. Solid night for that 56 machine. It's just one of the better races we've had. They were putting on a show for us, so I appreciate all the drivers. You can see there, I mean, we got 20 drivers within a second coming out of 4. Can't really complain. Wreck at the back, but that you gotta have something. And then 34th, 35th, Harley Payne Internet killed him right at the end, and then we saw what happened to Charles Wembley. And that is your 35 car field. We'll be back here next Friday night, 9 Eastern. We'll do it all over again. And we got some variety in the schedule this season. So we're going to iRacing Super Speedway in the Gen 6. So that'll be our one HR required iRacing Super Speedway. So it'll be a little different, but I know these guys can put on our show. Plenty of room to do so at iRacing Super Speedway. So hope to see everybody back here next Friday. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday.